Hello people of YouTube, it's Deepak here, and welcome to DCS World 2.9.5 and Heatblur Simulations AH4E Phantom 2 module. This isn't a tutorial, I hasten to add at the beginning of this video. This is my kind of first look, first impressions. I've been flying this aircraft a little bit since launch, and I think it's, well, okay, spoiler alert, I think it's fantastic. Definitely Heatblur displaying the level of quality that we've come to expect from them, from aircraft like the F-14 and the Viggen, but this is definitely the next phase of Heatblur module. They're definitely upping their game with this one. And something that I want to call out straight away are just the little details, and also the fact that you can now interact with the ground crew. To my mind, that's just like absolutely fantastic. I really like what they've done here. With the way that you can actually follow fairly real-life kind of checklists and procedures, even down to having the ground crew call out things like your flight control positions and stuff like that. So anyway, what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I think about the F4 and about what Heatblur have been able to do, but I'm also going to demonstrate some of these interactions as well. And one of the first things that I'm going to do, well, we see the exterior of the aircraft here. We've got the intake covers, the ladder, and all that kind of stuff there. And you can see that the crew at the present stage are not fully sort of helmeted up and whatnot. If we zoom in here a little bit, they're wearing their caps, which of course they would not wear during flight. Let me just bring it around here a little bit. And just look at this. Look at these handsome young men in their flying machine, and you can see that our helmets are sitting on the canopy rail. So one of the first things that we'll do, well, apart from obviously showing off this absolutely stunning cockpit, is we'll go ahead and put that helmet on. And something that you'll notice is that you hear the sound effect of him putting it on, but also items from the exterior start disappearing as the ground crew start removing them. So all of the remove before flight tags and the intake covers and all that kind of stuff are now gone, and you can see that Jester in the back seat there has his mask and his helmet on, as do we. Time to show off another fantastic feature. Hit the M key and we get the manual, and we can even bring up normal procedures. I think I can even get a menu here and go straight to the ones I want. So yeah, go straight to startup. And if I click the middle button, something I found annoying with this manual at first was that I couldn't drag on the scroll bar. It just immediately allowed me to reposition it. But when you realize that you can use the scroll wheel, but that's a little bit clunky, that's quite nice. But you can click your middle mouse button and drag the mouse in order to do quick scrolling in here as well. Once you recognize that you can do that, it's great. The other thing I noted was that pressing the M key doesn't hide the manual. While you're sort of interacting inside the manual, you need to make a click outside, and then the M key will hide it. So that's a top tip. So anyway, we're going to make sure the aircraft is ready, and then we're going to start speaking to the ground crew. And one of the first things we need to do, if I hit the Jester menu here, I can go to the crew chief, and I'm going to tell him to connect the external power. Just now, this is, of course, with, well, it'd either be with hand signals, or I could probably just talk to him, because the aircraft is not powered right now. So I've told him to connect the ground power. Let's take a moment here and see what happens. There we go. Cable's connected, and we hear the GPU firing up. So with that done, we can go to the right console, and we can pop our generator switches left and right into the aft position for external power. Oop. Just like that. And after a short delay, instruments come alive. At this stage, we would then be able to check that the intercom is working.
Loud and clear.
There we go. Crew chief is talking to us. Great. Okay, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and get the air source connected to the right engine.
Roger.
And again, if we look at the external view, after a short delay, the air start will be visually connected.
Connected on the right, sir.
Okie dokie. Huffer is all connected. We're ready to go with a start of the right engine. Before proceeding with that, we need to make sure that our engine master switches are on. Some procedures call for just turning on the one for the engine you're going to start, but the actual checklist tells you just to turn both of them on. if I take a little look here. Yeah, engine master switches to on, and then we ask him to start external airflow. Air source, start airflow.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay, we're going to see the right engine coming up. And we're waiting for 10%. There we go, we're at about 10% now. And at 10%, let me just adjust the camera here. I'm going to depress my starter button on the right. Click to jump my throttle out of the cutoff. Advance it to about half. And then bring it back to idle. And then I can release the igniter button. I've got the igniter button mapped. That looks like a fairly normal start. It's coming up. And it should stabilize. I think it stabilizes at about 60% or so. There we go. That's looking good. Yeah, I'm just checking that my nozzles actually move. There we go. Ooh, yeah, let's bring it back to idle. Let's not... I probably shouldn't have done that. That would scare the ground crew. Let's go ahead and pop the right generator into the on position now. And then we'll proceed with a left engine start. So, connect to the left.
Roger.
And you'll see this hose, sorry, will move. There we go.
Yes, sir. Connected on the left.
Yes, sir. So, crew chief, air source, start airflow. And we'll do the same.
And done.
Done and done. Wait for 10%. It's coming up. Okay, pushing the igniters. And, oops, where is it? It's here. Out to cut off. Advance. And then bring it back. And then release the igniters. And at that stage, it should come up and stabilize on its own. And again, we're looking for... It seems to be about 65 it stabilizes at. Nice. Good start on both engines. And then we can go ahead and pop the left generator on, and then we cycle the right for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm also going to just confirm the nozzles move. They do. That is looking pretty good.
Jennings going. I can start the alignment.
Yes.
Roger that.
I like the way Jester now prompts you for these things.
What alignment are we going for?
I will take a bath.
You got it. Bath alignment.
Take a bath. Okie dokie. At this stage, I'll tell the chief to disconnect on the air.
Roger.
And we'll wait for the external power as well.
Air is disconnected.
Same for
Roger.
external.
External power disconnected, sir.
Nice, nice. Right, now, ground checks. This is actually one of the things that I'm really, really quite interested in. I think this is a fantastic addition. Let's tell him to check flight controls.
Yeah, ready.
Okay, so you'll notice that everything's disconnected now. If we take a little look at the aircraft, I'm going to go full left roll.
Roll left.
Okay, back to the middle.
Roll right.
Yep, because of course we can't see our flight surfaces fully.
Stabilizer up. Stabilizer down.
And this is what they would do in the real world.
Rudder right. Rudder left.
And back to the center. That all worked nicely. Next thing we're going to test is I'm going to go ahead and turn on the pitot. And I'll tell him to go touch it.
Roger. Pito's good.
Pito's good. Okay, I can turn it off just now. I'm going to go ahead and close the canopy at this time, and we'll note that Jester does the same in just a moment. And he will then also read out his checks for the canopy. lights out.
Canopy down and locked. Lights out. Stripes aligned.
Nice. Absolutely brilliant. Okie dokie. And then we could continue with our startup. We could reference the manual here and do all of our bits and bobs, or we could just do it from memory. I know most of the things that we would be expected to do. So let's quickly get the standby attitude horizon uncaged. That's working. Let's get the radar altimeter powered up and working.
Completed. You can go primary sync now.
Oh, and there we go.
Right, ready to taxi.
We can go primary. Our instruments come alive. That's nice. I'm going to go ahead and turn on radios. So UHF to on, TACAN to on, and we'll actually program up the TACAN for Akrotiri. So it's 107 X-ray. And I could set my HSI instrument to show that as well. That's looking good. We have a signal, we have a distance. Looking pretty tasty. Jester powered on our RWR for us. Let's turn on our radar display. Let's pop the gun sight into caged. That's looking normal. Is there anything else that we would do before taxi? I guess oxygen system to on. Other people have already called this one out, but yeah, the test mask position works. Yeah, can hear our pilot testing the mask there. That's good. Let's pop on the anti-skid. Let's reset the master caution. Let's go ahead and synchronize the compass mode and release. We're going to pop the IFF into normal. Is there anything else we need to do right now? Let's do a correction reset over here and release. That light went out. Pitch augmentation is off. I think you actually don't turn these on until you get to the hold short. But actually, this is part of the checks you can do with the ground crew as well. I'll tell them I'm going to do a stability augmentation check.
Ready, sir.
So I turn them on one by one.
No movement. Nothing's moving. Nothing's moving.
Perfect. That's a good check. Because you don't want these suddenly flying out of control and doing weird things when you turn them on. But he confirmed all of those are looking pretty good. So yeah, if I do a scanner in the cockpit, I think those are the basics of what you would turn on for taxi in any case. I think we are looking good. Master caution reset, and we would be good to go. So yeah, that's the thing that I'm the most kind of excited about, is all of this interaction with the ground crew. I think it's super cool. You can see they've taken the cart away, but my chocks are still in. If I ask him now to remove the chocks... Where's my mouse pointer? There.
Roger.
That's the last thing, and then I think he says goodbye to us at that stage.
And the wheel chocks are out. You're all set, sir. Have a safe flight.
There you go, he's saying goodbye to us, and yeah, I should have actually turned on my exteriors. I never did that. Let's just turn everything on. Woo! Do I have any other lights here? I think that's it. I think that is it. That'd be enough. Now, of course, this is not a tutorial. I haven't fully followed all of the checklists and bits and bobs. This does not in any way constitute anything approaching a correct procedure. I just wanted to show the aircraft off and show you all what I think of it. And what I think of it is that it's bloody brilliant. Really, really nice. I've not even touched on the interactions with Jester as yet either. Like, what can we get him to do? Probably all kinds of cool stuff. Let's pop the recorder on. He'll get us all set up. But yeah, we can tell him to do all kinds of stuff. There's also the crew contract. We can talk about how we want ejection to work, countermeasures, how much we want him to talk, whether we want him to go away, all kinds of stuff like that. It's pretty damn cool. So yeah, very, very nice.
Got it.
Tell him to turn the radar on. Okay, that seems to have actually made him turn it off.
Copy.
Strange. Okay, I don't know why that's the case. Oh, I guess I should have also reset my altimeter here. There we go. Small movement out of it there. So yeah, this is just absolutely brilliant. I've not flown it a huge amount yet. I've only taken it up for a handful of flights, but the way this thing flies is just absolutely fantastic. It's a fantastic piece of work, and I am looking to do a series on this aircraft shortly. I hope you all enjoyed that. Fly safe, and I'll see you all next time.